let's talk about something that sparks a lot of curiosity among Christians, and even non-Christians, the difference between the Seventh-day Adventist Church and Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, these two groups are often misunderstood, and while they both fall under the larger umbrella of Christianity, they are very different in belief, worship style, and even their views of Jesus and salvation. First off, both of them came out of Christian revival movements in the 19th century. The Seventh-day Adventist Church grew out of the Millerite movement in the United States, while Jehovah's Witnesses originated from Charles Taze Russell's Bible student movement. Both believed something big was going to happen, some sort of second coming event, but they interpreted things differently when those expectations didn't go as planned. Let's look at how they view Jesus Christ. Seventh-day Adventists believe Jesus is fully God, equal to the Father, and eternal. They believe in the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But Jehovah's Witnesses believe Jesus is a created being, Michael the Archangel, to be exact. To them, Jesus is not equal to God, but was used by Jehovah to create everything else. That's already a major difference from mainstream Christianity. Now, on the topic of the Holy Spirit, Seventh-day Adventists believe the Holy Spirit is a divine person, part of the Trinity. But Jehovah's Witnesses believe the Holy Spirit isn't a person at all, just God's active force, kind of like electricity or power in action. This view makes their understanding of God very different from traditional Christian denominations. When it comes to the Bible, both groups value it highly. But there's a twist. Adventists use mainstream Bible translations like the King James or the New International Version. Jehovah's Witnesses, on the other hand, use their own translation called the New World Translation, which scholars have criticized for altering certain verses, especially ones about Jesus' divinity. Now, let's talk about worship and services. Adventist church services are somewhat similar to other Protestant churches: singing, prayer, sermons, and Bible study. They also meet on Saturdays, not Sundays, because they believe the Sabbath commandment is still in effect. Jehovah's Witnesses, however, meet in kingdom halls, and their services are more structured and teaching-focused. There's not much singing, and their main goal is to prepare members for door-to-door evangelism. Speaking of evangelism, both groups are passionate about spreading their message. Adventists run schools, hospitals, and media networks. Jehovah's Witnesses are more known for their door-to-door work, handing out literature like The Watchtower. They believe they are the only true Christians, and that salvation is only possible through their organization. Another big difference is celebrations and holidays. Adventists may celebrate birthdays, Christmas, and Easter, even though they know some of these have pagan roots. Jehovah's Witnesses completely avoid them, saying they are not approved by God. They don't celebrate birthdays, Christmas, Easter, or even national holidays like Independence Day. To them, these are worldly and unbiblical. And then there's the issue of blood transfusions. Adventists have no religious ban on them and actually run many hospitals around the world. But Jehovah's Witnesses reject blood transfusions entirely, even in life or death situations, because they believe the Bible forbids consuming blood. Salvation is another area where things differ sharply. Adventists believe in salvation by grace through faith in Jesus, followed by obedience to God's commandments including the Sabbath. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that faith in Jesus is necessary, but so is obedience to the organization. They teach that only 144,000 will go to heaven, and the rest of the faithful will live forever on a paradise earth. They also differ on what happens after death. Adventists believe in what's called soul sleep. When you die, you're unconscious until the resurrection at the second coming. Jehovah's Witnesses also believe the dead are unconscious, but they don't believe in hell as a place of fiery torment. Instead, they say the wicked simply cease to exist. The second coming of Christ is super important to Adventists. It's the core of their message, even in their name Adventist. They believe Jesus will come again visibly, powerfully, and all eyes will see him. Jehovah's Witnesses believe Jesus already came back invisibly in 1914, and that he's ruling now from heaven, guiding their organization as the only channel of truth. And what about church structure? The Adventist Church has an organized structure with elected leaders and global coordination. Jehovah's Witnesses are governed by a small group known as the governing body in New York. These men make all the decisions for the religion worldwide, and members are expected to follow without question. One thing both groups share is their strong commitment to their beliefs. Adventists are known for promoting healthy living, vocation, and service. Jehovah's Witnesses are known for their strict lifestyle, unity, and strong focus on discipline and separation from the world. Now, even though both claim to follow the Bible closely, their interpretation leads them in very different directions. One focuses on the Sabbath, prophecy, and health. The other focuses on strict obedience, preaching, and end-time expectations centered around their organization. So, what can we take from all this? At the end of the day, both groups are sincerely trying to follow God in the way they believe is right. But their teachings about Jesus, salvation, the Trinity, and even daily life are drastically different. It's important to know these differences, especially if you're trying to understand someone close to you, or if you're exploring faith yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts or questions in the comments, and of course subscribe for more clear, simple videos about faith, belief systems, and the things that make each group unique. Until next time, stay curious, stay respectful, and stay blessed.